before, Sam. It's calling to us again. Sam, are you thinking of going back there?
Well, if that's not an invitation.
Whatever you care to call this riddle of a place.
Strange. I feel as though my body's become lighter. Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Sam? You might be able to jump much further than usual. Got grenade launchers. It's risky, but you could try taking their weapons for your own use. Are you up for the challenge, Sam?
Cazzo sei.
Above us, something's coming. Watch out! real nuisance. Think there might be a way to destroy them?
Contacto. This should do it.
You've got him on the ropes. He's trying to flee to the church down below us. Come on.
Fire!
Recognize his face?
No, I don't.
Sam, do you read me? Come in, Sam. Come in.
We were whisked away to that strange place again.
What? We only lost you for a few seconds.
And time must flow differently over there, like on the beach.
Well, glad you're all right. The tar currents seem to have settled down, so we'll be able to surface there shortly. Just sit tight, okay?
Sam, why don't we return to the DHV Magellan and get some rest? You can ask Fragile to look into that card you obtained as well. Oh, seems all the possessions you had earlier are in that open space over there. The vehicle also looks none the worse for it.
His name is Neil. Neil Vanna.
Neil Vanna? Oh, here I thought he said Nirvana. There must still be tar in my ears.
It seems that the ID card you brought back belonged to the man himself. Charlie helped me dig up the details.
The card was issued by Bridges years ago, when the chiral network was still being developed. Records confirm that Vanna has been dead for some time.
So he was a member of Bridges?
No, it doesn't look like he was.
Vanna was a porter contracted by Bridges to handle jobs with special requirements. Like all of you, he was a doom sufferer who leveraged his abilities.
A top-notch porter by all accounts. He worked the Mexican border. Brought over all kinds of useful stuff.
Ostensibly, resources and medical supplies. But in truth, he transported drugs and other prohibited goods.
So he was a smuggler.
Vanna's ID card served as a key to some of Bridges' secure installations, though only a select few, of course. Specifically, those dedicated to the BB experiments, along with various other medical facilities.
I believe that the place you went to for counseling was one of them.
But everything in that area was obliterated 11 years ago by a void out, one in which Neil Vanna died. And from which you alone, Sam, were fortunate enough to emerge alive. Prior to all that, your counseling sessions made you a regular visitor, yes? Well, records indicate Vanna frequented the same facility. There's a fair chance that the two of you might have met before. Do you recall seeing him?
It's hardly surprising. A great number of people pass through there all the damn time. No one would remember them all.
Sam, it's Charlie. We've received your next assignment. This main order can be undertaken by accessing the delivery terminal at Eastport Knot. While you attend to that, we'll continue our investigation into Neil Vanna. I'll keep you posted.
By the way, Sam, you saw Tomorrow with the apples in the corridor, right? It seems she was training, trying to gain more control over her temporal abilities, taking green unripened apples and attempting to age them until they're red, ready to eat. She's still having trouble getting it just right. She's taking it too far and making them rotten. There's no need to rush things. She'll get the hang of it soon enough.
From this location, you should be able to see some snow-capped mountains, Sam. Your next objective can be found in the heart of them, in the form of the Eastern Environmental Observatory. Once again, you'll need to link up several sites en route to this destination. The first such site to be brought online is the Chronobiologist Shelter, which is due west. Pick up the main order on this delivery terminal in order to begin.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Order accepted. Thank you. That's the spirit. Safety safe.
I'm Sam! Hey! My name's Sam! Anybody out there? Hello! I'm Sam! Somebody let me in.
almost there.
My name's Sam! Anybody out there?
Good morning to you. Your average credentials verified.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
Good to see a friendly face. It's been a while since I've had visitors. I'll check your cargo right away. You took excellent care of this cargo, didn't you? I like it when people take their work seriously. I should have no trouble
Now display your current order grade.
I'm finally part of the chiral network. I've been looking forward to this moment. I should be able to conduct research at a faster pace than ever. Please accept this by way of thanks. I picked up this accessory in the UCA. You should try attaching it to your backpack. Who knows? It might bring you good luck. Oh, and in case you're curious, the cargo you brought me contained a stock of cryptobiote variants. I've taken to calling them chronobiotes. They appear to alter your body's internal clock for a brief period when consumed. Just another example of the many ways the Death Stranding is wreaking havoc on our perception of time. It's introduced us to Timefall and the beach, as well as the EEs that brought about previous mass extinctions. You know, I can't help but wonder if extinction entities are related to chronobiotes. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. Especially with the strange incidents we've been hearing about lately. I hope this isn't the last time we meet. With no one else around to make deliveries, I was beginning to think I'd have to call it quits. Oh, by the way, a suborder just got posted about those strange incidents I mentioned. You can check it on the delivery terminal here. It's probably in your interest to find out more anyway, given how much time you spend outside. And, who knows, you might even be able to convince them to join the chiral network, too. I just hope we can get to the bottom of things sooner rather than later. Thanks again, and take care.
Well done, Sam.
Good. Order completed. Well done.
Be extra careful up there, okay?
Disengaging weapon.
Feels good.
We managed to learn a few more things about Neil Vanna. You may remember that he was a porter contracted by Bridges. That's what we told you before. Since then, I received a mail.
Another one from our very own Hartman, I'm guessing. But we sure we can trust them? Whoever they are?
They are almost certainly someone on the inside. Someone with access to the UCA's administrative systems. It seems Neil Vanna was attending therapy sessions.
But the real revelation is who Vanna's therapist was. Charlie, can you please explain?
A specialist who worked with other doomed sufferers, including one Sam Bridges. She was your therapist and your partner.
Lucy?
Neil Vanna's name was on her client list. Right there in black and white.
That's crazy.
We also uncovered a photo you should see.
Per the records, they perished in a void out which claimed an entire city. A void out only you survived, Sam.
Lucy was pregnant at the time.
It wasn't mine. The child she was carrying. She straight up told me to my face. I never had any kids. She was just my shrink, helping me to work through my phobia. That's all she ever was to me.
Sam.
Yeah.
I have another question for you. This one's a little bit harder than the first one. That's correct. Have a safe trip, Sam.
Cool.
She was your therapist, wasn't she?
The man I've been waiting for. The Metagenomicist's main order is prepped and ready for you. We'd like you to capture the timefall-resistant emu I identified and take it to her shelter. You might find the capturing part tricky, but if you're real quiet, you shouldn't have too much trouble getting close. Now, this emu appears to possess certain unique temporal properties. It may well have some kind of connection to extinction entities as well. The Metagenomicist might have different insights into its nature given her specialization, though. Personally, I'm hoping this might lead us to a major breakthrough. Also, there's another order I want you to handle when you have a moment. It's related to those strange incidents I mentioned earlier. They might not be occurring right on my doorstep, per se, but...
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Until next time.
Anybody out there? Just a little me. Hello!
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
My name's Sam. Hey!
spot where he was last seen. Emus are awfully fast. This search may take a while.
Stretch my legs.
Wonderful. We've secured the animal. Let's deliver it to the metagenomicist.
Anybody out there?
Thanks for the help.
Commencing route creation. Delivery. Now leaving chiral network coverage. coming. I've been looking forward to this delivery. Now let's take a look. This isn't too bad. Good enough for me, I think. My research is going well, and all that's left is to connect me to the chiral network. I'm ready. Now displaying your current order grade.
I have something I'd like to... I'll have... this all but... It's... hit, but heart... it... eat it, but... There's so... I think...
Sam, your next destination is the F5 East Distribution Center, which can be found near the southeast shore of the lake close by. I'm told one of the staff members there is an old acquaintance of yours. Anyway, a main order has been entered into the system. You can access the delivery terminal here to undertake it. That said, another request concerning the animal you rescued has also caught my eye. Alternatively, you can undertake this sub-order first if you wish. I leave it up to you, Sam.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
counting on you.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
was hoping I'd get to see you. It's me. Don't act like you've forgotten. Well, you didn't think it was Igor, did you? Anyway, guess I better process that cargo of yours. Don't know if I've ever seen finer looking cargo. Thanks, man. I don't even know how many times you've come to my rescue, Sam. All right, it's time for you to do you-know-what.
Now displaying your current order grade.
You're a real lifesaver, you know? I'm guessing you saw the tar lake out west of here, yeah? That's where the settlement known as Lakeside Fort Knott used to be. Whole place got wiped clean off the map by a void out. And since that day, the tar's been eating away at this facility. Some weirdness with the currents, or at least that's what folks are saying. But with the stuff you just brought me, I might just be able to keep the tar corrosion at bay. Finally. I've shared some data with you as well. Feast your eyes on these grenade launcher and cargo catapult schematics, both new and improved designs. You'll find they're a damn sight better than stuff you used to use back in the UCA. Recently, folks living here have been talking about this group of guys in red they saw creeping around. Got something to do with Higgs, more likely than not. One more thing that's had us worried these days. But now that you're here, I think we can all finally take a breath. Before I forget, got a new suit design to give you as a gift. One favored by a prepper back in the UCAs, you may recall. Try it on for size, why don't you? This is just how it went down. Figured that doesn't...
Fine work as always, Sam. Now come back to this ship and get some rest. Also, we've identified what may be a ghost mech outpost. I'd like you on standby. Your next order might be a dangerous one.
Order completed. Well done.
Feels good.
Sam.
Yeah. Nice.
Sam, based on our latest assessment, we know where the Ghost Mech base can be found. When you're ready, access the T3 Magellan's delivery terminal and accept this main order. I'll brief you on the details after that.
You're wearing my scarf. You're wearing my scarf.
You saw his face too, didn't you? It was him, Neil Vanna, I'm certain of it. That clearly wasn't a memory of yours. Was it some thought of Lou's, lingering in the pod? Hold on. Lou was assigned BB-28 serial number 4 years ago, but Vanna died in a void out 11 years ago. It doesn't add up.
Meaning what? That it was his memory we just saw?
He and Lou must be connected. But how?
Sam, the data you secured for us at the weapons factory earlier has proven invaluable. With it, we were able to continue our investigation and succeed in locating fabricators with similar specifications. I'll brief you in depth as you review the map. Accept this main order from the delivery terminal in order to proceed. Okay, Sam. The facility we've identified is here. An abandoned factory south of the F5 East Distribution Center. There are operational fabricators inside. More than you had to deal with for the previous order, in fact. And to make matters worse, it seems these ones are configured to produce ghost mechs. Higgs is likely pulling the strings at this factory too. So with that in mind, your main objective is as follows. Eliminate both the ghost mech fabricators and any hostiles you encounter on site. In addition, each fabricator contains vital data that we need you to retrieve and deliver to the Magellan. By analyzing it, we hope to gain insight into Higgs's activities and future plans. Tarman will give you the device for now.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Sam, you'll need to take this ring terminal. Make if you have one, will remember take every.
Feeling about this. Like something seriously big is waiting for us. Stay on your guard and proceed with caution. They build ghost mechs in this facility. Sam, the ghost mech fabricators appear to have been activated. This could get very bad very quickly. We need to destroy them as soon as possible. secured its data too. There should be 3 fabricators remaining. To keep the ring... terminal expansion device safe and proceed to the next one. Work, Sam. Only 2 more fabricators left to disable. Let's move. Just 1 more fabricator to go. Job, Sam. All fabricators have been rendered inoperable, and we've extracted invaluable data as well. We just need to mop up the remaining ghost bits. Nice. All ghost mechs and fabricators have been destroyed. All that remains is to take the ring terminal expansion device with the extracted data back to the DHV Magellan for processing. Hey Sam, you know that harmonica of yours? Why don't you try playing it for a little bit?
Nectar of the gods. Okay. Patched up and good to go.
It's good to have you now. No problems with this cargo. Tarman's analysis should proceed without issue. Thanks, Sam.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Our now?
Wait, we should watch what we...
We'll need to proceed carefully with our investigation. One more thing, Sam. Some of the data we received concerned ghost mechs outfitted with rocket launchers. I realize you didn't encounter this type within the factory, but it's pop. We need to prepare countermeasures for the DH that put...
Your service in transporting this cargo is appreciated. The delivery will be assigned to another porter.
Thank you for your cooperation. All contributions are welcome. thank you for your cooperation. All contributions are welcome.
Feels good.
Thank you, Sam.
Sure.
Up some snowy mountains, too. So make sure you're well and truly prepared before heading out. Now, the adventurer you're delivering to travels the continent to try and solve the mysteries of the Death Stranding. You gotta respect a man putting in that much work. The cargo you'll be taking him is related to his latest investigations, or so I hear. I'd appreciate it if you helped out, not just with this order, but any future ones as well. Don't let us down, Sam.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. This cargo. The container.
accepted. Thank you.
Do you have a moment, Sam? I was wondering if you'd noticed Hartman doing anything strange lately. Sending odd mails, sleepwalking. You know I'm not the kind of person who enjoys spying on her colleagues. But when I finally decided to check the surveillance cameras, there he was, wandering around at night. If you see anything out of the ordinary, don't hesitate to contact me.
It's a whiteout.
and thank you for stopping by. You've brought something for my father, right? Sorry, I'm afraid he's not here at the moment. Can't say I know what value this cargo has, but I can assess its condition in his absence. This is in perfect condition. The old man will be singing your praises.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Thanks again for the delivery. You came to connect us to the chiral network too, am I right? Sorry, but... And you... I was actually...
Sounds like we've got an emergency on our hands. You can accept the order by accessing this delivery terminal, Sam.
Commencing route creation.
Adventurer was in this area when he last made contact with his son. See any sign of him, Sam?
Must have been further.
What a relief. He's still breathing. You can put him in a protective bag and carry him home. You know, he looks familiar somehow. Didn't we save this man once before? Right then. Let's hurry and take him to his shelter.
me a hand? Hello? My name's Sam. Anybody out there? Hey! Anybody out there? Hey! I'm Sam. My name's Sam. Can anybody hear me? Somebody lend me a hand. Hello? Can anybody hear me? Hey! Hello? Anybody out there? I'm Sam. Somebody lend me a hand. There's a star Get out of my mind. Good day, Sam.
He's doing better than I expected, actually. Should be back to normal with a good night's sleep. You've been at my...
Now displaying your current order grade.
I'll have my...
Much appreciated, Sam. You should get plenty of rest. Frostbite can be serious. We have to make sure you're not showing...